Hi folks, a little update here for you this past week. I told Debbie, I said, last July we haven't heard anything about the truck yet, about the truck frame. If you watch our one video where I was having gallbladder surgery and we had our wreck and stuff, we had a recall on the truck here, 2007 Tacoma. And had a recall on the frame and a leaf spring problem. And anyway, I took it up there for the recall, and they found one spot over here at the muffler hanger where the spare tire is. I don't know if it's even coming in, Deb, or not. But anyway, it's a little bit rustier now than it was. But anyway, told Debbie, I said, well anyway, it was just enough pinhole in it, just enough to have a recall on it. And the leaf spring on the driver's side in the back here, they was having problems with them cracking, going sideways and blowing the back tire out. Which I washed my truck and Debbie's car yesterday evening, and I looked at the truck, and the leaf spring's still fine right now. But when they do the switching the frames out, the leaf springs and everything will be on the new frame. But anyway, told Deb, I said we better call them and see what's going on, because we haven't heard anything from them, because it was supposed to be in July, and when the new frame was supposed to be in and all the parts and such. That's going to lift the cab, the bed, of course the motor and the transmission, all the running gear off this frame and put on the other frame. And but we didn't hear anything from them, so I told Deb, I said, why don't you call them and touch base with them, see what's going on. Which she did, and they played phone tag air back and forth there for a little bit, because school's out right now. But where she works for the Christian school, she has to go down there time to time and check messages and whatever else you do. What else do you do?
Work hard.
She's giving me that look, folks, like I don't want to say nothing. I can't get her on camera. I can't even get her to talk on camera. But oh well. But anyway, they was playing phone tag there for a little while, and but anyway, the guy told us that we know that we need to do yours in July, but all the parts ain't here yet for yours, and they are backlogged, and which I can understand that. Things happen, and they doing a bunch of recall stuff from for a bunch of other surrounding states. I'm here in the United States in West Virginia, southern part of West Virginia, Mercer County, and their Ramey Princeton Toyota is doing all these recalls. What they told me from Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, I think even South Carolina too, and Kentucky. Anyway, so they got all these recalls to do. And but anyway, now it's going to be in October or November, right, Deb?
Yes.
Which is it, October or November?
Whichever they can get you in on.
Okay. But anyway, that's what we're looking at right now, which kind of teed me off really, because they didn't call and say, hey, we're backed up right now, we can't get to yours right now, and this is what we're looking at and such. But it is what it is, I guess. But gee whiz. But anyway, some of you probably remember what I was talking about to begin with, and but that's what's going on with the truck. And the frame's still solid and stuff right now. It's just like I said, just that one little pinhole, and all the undercoating's done flaked off of it, and it's starting to get a lot of surface rust now. But they, according to what he told me, the mechanic that looked at it, he that does the recalls, or looks at the recalls, he said yours is in better shape than what some of them I've seen. But he said with that one hole in it, that's enough to get you a new frame. And he said we'd take care of that with the leaf spring too, because the leaf springs would come with it. Come around here, Deb, I'll show them. For some reason or other, it's the left side that's doing it, and maybe where they get torqued, pull out with the torque, whatever. But it's this leaf spring right here. It's a little bit sideways, but it ain't. Them two are straight. That one's sticking up just a little bit. But I looked at it, it ain't cracked. But anyway, they had been coming out, well, he told me, and blowing his tar out. What's been going on? And we still that's the up to date on the truck. Of course, they're supposed to let me know a little bit in advance because I'm gonna have to take my ham radio stuff out of the truck. And so, because I got the cable for the antenna going through the frame, up to the cab and into the radio. So I don't have to take that out because I don't want them sticking around with that. Now, they probably have enough to do with doing the other stuff. So I'm gonna take that out before we go up there. But anyway, it stormed. It was humid today, and it came a bad storm earlier. Luckily, it didn't rain, not that much, but we did get more rain again. The ground was squishy. Now it's really squishy again. Well, I mean squishy when you walk. You can hear the water just like a sponge. And you don't have to zoom in, but you can tell pretty much where I can't mow at. There's 3 spots down there I can't mow because the water's standing. And I ain't walking down there because it's just way too wet. And pan to your right there where the Cub Cadet and all that stuff is sitting there, Deb. And out to there you can tell where I took the BX to. It's just they're just way too wet. Another thing I've done, Matt had some railroad ties on his place, and we raised the tractor shed up, the Kubota shed up about 14 inches. Now I don't have to drop the canopy no more, or drop the ropes back. It's up high enough now, it will fit right in there. And till I get my doctor bills paid off and I can get hopefully get a garage next spring. And one of the garage bays will be for the BX, and the other one will be where I can work on our vehicles and such. But right now, that's we're going to just make do with that. And after we get the garage done, we take that down and so forth. And what my plans is move my tool building there over to the left of the tower, and we're going to put the garage on the right of the tower. We're still debating. I think I'm just going to put everything in line with the tower from left to right. Matt, my son, thinks we ought to put it this way. This building here is Debbie's. Got all her stuff in it. And he thinks we ought to put it right there, but I think we ought to just put it right there. And what we're going to do with this part, after we get the garage and move my tools and stuff in the garage, and move that building down here, and we're going to put Debbie's stuff in the red building. And after we do that, then we're going to tear that one down. That's what my game plan is. But first we got to pay some bills off and stuff, and from the hospital and all. And one thing I need to do is get some gravel. With all these downpours we've had, I've had to rework the driveway, what, 3 times now?
Yes.
And can't tell it now, but I took the BX and back dragged it with the loader bucket and smoothed it all out and dressed it up, but really needs some more gravel on it, especially down here where the boys park at. And anyway, we're going to where Matt's car's sitting there, and that Pontiac, we need to put brake lines on his. He's got a brake line rusted into. But anyway, we need to grab all that and then pour concrete and stuff for the garage, and then we're going to put this all this in gravel, and that way when we have company and stuff, we have plenty of places for everybody to park, especially when it's wet. Because if you get off the driveway, you're going to sink the axle. We got, of course, everybody that's seen our videos before knows what kind of soil we got. We got that yellow clay, and it's just like a sponge. And but a lot of times people park on this other side of the building here, and they just, I don't know how many times I've had to pull people out with the Toyota or something to pull them out with. But anyway, I thought I would bring y'all up to speed for that on the Toyota and what our plans are and that kind of thing. And looks like it's going to rain again, Deb.
Yes, it does.
Imagine that. Boy, the hummingbirds are really going up high. Gee whiz. We've got five hummingbirds coming through our feeder, and they fuss and fight and do all kind of stuff. And sometimes there's 3 or 4 like we'll get along and sit there eat out of the feeder. And we was watching when we was eating our salad for supper there a little bit ago, and it was kind of funny to watch them. But anyway. We need to get maybe another feeder or 2, maybe it kind of help. But we got one of them feeders that they can sit on and eat at the same time. You've looked everywhere but Lowe's, wasn't it?
Yes.
Maybe we can go to Lowe's and see what they got. And put one on the other side of the porch. Maybe that kind of help them out, and they won't one just zoom by your head. But maybe that would keep them from fussing and fighting so much. But anyway, we move Samantha too. Hopefully that's the last time we have to move her. And the power company contractor is supposed to come and cut that pine tree. It's up in the power line. And it's supposed to cut this tree here behind us. It's actually between my property and my neighbor's property, but it's up in the power line. I ain't touching it. And go away and get juiced. And really it's too wet to do anything. You can't hardly mow. You have to find a window when it ain't raining and when the ground ain't too soft. I know made some ruts in some places. And some ways it was some big burn brush.
I see that.
Look at that. I don't know where that's coming from. Which way the wind come from?
Don't know.
I smell it too. It's a big burn brush. It's coming from that direction. What was I talking about? Oh, in some ways, putting the weight in the tires helps on some things, and some things is like when it's a little soft like that, it just makes ruts in the yard where it's too soft. But it's 4-wheel drive because it's got me all out of some pickles. You keep me from getting hung up so bad. But I hate to mow because it's too wet, but I hate not to mow because if I don't mow, then the sun won't get into it and help it to keep dried out. And the wind, if the wind blows, that kind of helps it too. But where it's and it's like a little valley right here, it can't go nowhere. It's just it has to evaporate. My neighbor beside me, he's got the same problem. Neighbor over here, he's got the same problem. So everybody else is they got a little bit of a hill where it will slope where it will run off. Matt's place is sloped real well. It really runs off. Now I probably have to mow his place tomorrow, and probably have to mow your mom's too, won't I?
Probably.
But anyway, folks, thought I'd do a little short video for you, and that's what we're looking at right now. It's going to be about October, November for the truck frame to be switched, and of course, if it's that time, I probably won't have to worry about use a rental vehicle, because I'll probably be on night shift, and that's when usually we go down to one vehicle anyway, or try to. I used to try use Debbie's RAV4 to go back and forth to work. And also a bunch of snow drifts. Usually there's snow drifts. I take the truck. I put some snow in the back of the truck for a little bit extra weight, and usually it goes to snow drifts. It's just a little bit higher up, not much. But her car, I don't know about this one because we haven't driven bad weather yet. But the other RAV4 went great in snow, suck weather. and plus it's got a 5-star safety rating and 7 airbags. And if you watched the other video, that Up to Speed, I think it was the title of it, and in this description, it tells about the wreck and my gallbladder surgery. It was one I had to have and all that. But anyway, appreciate everybody subscribing. And another thing too, Paul Shorts has done a bunch of stuff to his old blue truck. If you don't know Paul Short, check his channel out. I will put a link in the description of everything he's done up to date to his truck right now. I think he's going to put spacers on it, and he's going to do something else. Put spacers and what, Dad? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Oh, mercy. But anyway, you just have to if you haven't seen it, you have to go into his channel and see his, what he's been doing to Old Blue and what he's getting ready to do. But it's a GMC pickup, and it's a pretty truck. He's done a lot of work to it. But anyway, Paul does a great videos, him and Kathy, and also he does great work. He's one of them fellers that he don't take no shortcuts. He does it right the first time, or 100%. I mean, he does everything good. I've seen some people do things, I would say halfway, but anymore people don't even do anything halfway. It's like quarter way. Long as it starts, whatever, it's fine, dandy. But anyway, he does a great job, folks. And Steve Robb has done a project too, a trash burner. I think I'm saying that right. Where you can put trash in and burn stuff. Now here, we ain't allowed to burn anything. I think actually what we burn is this stuff's got our personal information on. People say, well, you can shred it and all that. I don't shred. I strike a match. And that way I know for sure. But it's against law here in our area to burn trash, so you can't do that no more. That's EPA stuff, yada yada. But anyway, appreciate all our subscribers, and all the subscribers have Paul and Kathy have sent over to us. We got a bunch of great subscribers, really do. And folks, I apologize. It's just not doing any videos on the BX, as digging out stumps or rocks, any more rocks, stuff like that. It's just too wet. If it ain't too wet, it's raining in the process or something. We've been on grass at work, and I got drenched. What was the day of Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Thursday, wasn't it? It came up a quick storm, and the guys try to keep the truck, a crew cab, pretty close to me. And I don't know. It's probably about 300 foot away from me, 200 foot, something like that. And before I just happened to turn around and see the storm coming over the mountain, and before I could even get to it, I was soaking wet. I don't mind getting wet, but lightning striking around and the wind was blowing that rain. It was cold. Really took my breath away. But anyway, that's what kind of weather we've been having. Humid, then would come a storm and that stuff. It seemed like we're in a cycle. April was hot and dry. Actually, you could it was so dry in the backyard back here, you could put a commercial vehicle back here, put a tractor trailer or a dump truck or something like that, and you wouldn't have to worry about sinking. Now, you can't even walk back there. I don't know what the water table is, but man. But anyway, enough jibber jabber. Anyway, I think everybody's got the message. But anyway, that's the reason we ain't doing anything really with the videos, with the BX. Driveway, I don't think it was that big of a deal. I guess we could have filmed it, but it only took me, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, that.
But where the rain washed the gravel down here in the little pockets and made little waves, I just kind of back dragged it, and it was done. But anyway, folks, appreciate y'all subscribing. Thank y'all for watching and such. Keep hearing vehicles, but I don't see nothing. That's the reason I'm looking up the driveway. But anyway, appreciate you guys, and all you get nice comments and emails and such. And take care, and God bless.